Hello, my amazing owlets. I'm trying to think of another word to use other than sweet, because I always say my sweet owlets. But is sweet kind of a weird name or a weird word for that? Like, should I say like my fantastic owlets or my incredible? No, that's too long of a word. Anyways, hello, my owlets, and welcome to a video in which it's a stressful time, guys. It's stressful here. So if you're watching the video, you will be noticing that the speed paint is me drawing two chibis of two characters. If you are longtime supporters, you might actually recognize these characters. These are two old original characters that I have not drawn in years. The first one, his original name is Riley, but he might be renamed because I'm selling him. And my second character, his original name was Atlas, and then I changed it to Keegan for some reason. But we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Nothing wrong with the name Keegan. I love that name, honestly, but I just don't feel like it fits him. So I'm not exactly sure why I went with Keegan, but his original name is Atlas, and it might change because I'm gonna sell him as well. That is right. I am selling some old characters. I haven't used them in years, so I might as well. I just feel bad that I haven't really done anything with them. And these are characters that I've had since at least 2014. Atlas I've had even longer, I think. So, you know, I love them very much, but I am in a bit of a pickle, guys. I don't know who even says that anymore. But I am currently struggling a bit with funding because I am trying to pay off some vet bills. And I might have to pay for more. So I'm also going to be opening some commissions. And if you are interested in my commissions, follow me on my Instagram and Twitter under the same name. I will be posting it as, I'll be posting my commission information there. For these adoptables, if you are interested in buying these old characters of mine, go and follow me, or just, keep updated with my Instagram. I think that is where I'm going to try to sell them. But yeah, and a third option, so I don't do this. I don't think I've ever done this, but I opened a Ko-fi, I don't know what it's pronounced, Kofi, that site where you can like donate. So I opened one of those up like years ago, but I never used it just because I don't really care to ask for money really. But since this is kind of like a situation, I'm reopening that. And so if you want to donate, if you can't afford my adoptables or commissions and you want to help out in some way, I will be leaving the link to my Ko-fi in the description. It is under my username as usual, and it's only $3. So, if you want to donate $3, like that is honestly still so helpful. So thank you so much. But yeah, also, if you can't afford my commissions and stuff, or if you just want to support me overall, go ahead and like retweet my commission information when I do post it, or reblog it on Tumblr. Get the word out there. But yeah, so I am currently paying off 3 vet bills, and I have to make another vet appointment for my cat soon. And now I just discovered that I probably have to make another vet appointment for my dog. It's been a really rough couple of months. So, yeah, it's all for my animals. That's where all the money is going. So it's not to like splurge on anything like cool. I mean, my pet's health is pretty cool, I will admit. So I guess it's still cool. But yeah, so if you want to end the video here, you can, but I'm gonna if you want to just listen to me ramble or rant about my pet's health, you can stick around because I have some stuff to say. So this started like 2 or 3 months ago. My brother texted me out of nowhere and was like, "Hey Leslie, did you notice that one of the cat's canine teeth is missing?" And I was like, wow, that's great. That's definitely not supposed to happen. So the next day I booked an appointment for her because I was on the weekend, so the vet that we go to wasn't open, okay? But I booked an appointment for her because I was like, okay, maybe she, it might be some kind of like tooth problem or like gum problem. Wanted to make sure she was good. And then the vet was like, hey, when did you notice her tooth was gone? I was like, yesterday. And she was like, it's been gone for a while. And I'm like, great, now I look like a terrible pet, like a terrible cat mom. I feel so bad for not noticing sooner. My cat is really reclusive. She's really anxious, so she's not like all over the place like my dog is. She doesn't really care for pets or attention too much, and she's mostly around my brother, so it's no wonder that he's the one who noticed, because she's the one, like, if she wants to be pet by anyone, it's him. So I'm glad that he noticed at least. So then they were like, okay, yeah, so she has gingivitis, and that's why her tooth is out. And I was like, okay, how do we fix that? And they're like, we need to, is it sedate? Is that the word? They need to put her in a bit of a nappy time to fix it. But since she's considered an older cat, they need to do some testing to make sure she's healthy enough to go under. And I was like, okay, that sounds great. Like, she's so healthy, it should be no problem. Turns out it was a problem because she has some kind of kidney disease. I don't know what the name of it is, but yeah, she is not really curable. It's one of those things that it has to be maintained, you know, for the rest of her life. So now she's on this special kidney health food, like prescribed food. That's my doggy, which is like kind of expensive. She has to have these supplements with her food every day. And then she was on some medication for a couple of weeks, but she already finished that, which is fine. It's good. Like, it didn't have to be refilled. So she's just on the special food and supplements, and she has to be tested again to see if she's improved. And if her health has improved, then she can go under to, you know, fix the gingivitis. So I have to book another appointment to see if her health has improved. And then I have to book another appointment to fix her gingivitis. So that's 2 future bills. And, you know, that's pretty much it with my cat. And she's been doing great. Like, she's definitely improved a bit. And I remember I felt so bad that I didn't notice her tooth was gone, that after that appointment I ran to the pet store and I got her like a new bed and new treats and toys, and I was like, here you go, my baby, I'm so sorry. And she cares for none of it, but at least I tried. She loves the bed. She sleeps on the bed every day. Do you know how rare that is? My cat does not like cat beds, but this was like, it's not really a bed, it was like a mat, like a soft little mat thing, and it reminded me of the bath rugs that we use that she used to love, but we got rid of them, so she doesn't go in the bath anymore. But yeah, so she uses it every day, and I'm so proud. But anyways, my cat is good, but there's just some future appointments for her. Now on to my dog. This is where the fun starts. So the week of Halloween, the Tuesday before Halloween, my dog just, starting at 2 a.m., he was like, I gotta poop every 2 hours. It wasn't great. So I had to sleep with him for a few days to, like, because I was keeping track of every time he used the bathroom. So I still have the notes app, like, of all the times he's used the bathroom. It's really intense. I looked it up, and apparently, you know, dogs, you know, they eat anything most of the time. So they will get stomach bugs quite often, and if it doesn't resolve itself in 2 days, that's when you should make the vet appointment. Apparently, that's what the internet told me. I looked at multiple sources. That was the most common thing. So 2 days passed, and after like the second day, he was improving a bit, or the third day. So I didn't make a vet appointment for him because I was like, okay, he looks like he's doing good, and it wasn't like he was acting any different. Like, he was still so happy, so playful, like nothing was going on. So I was like, okay, like he seems to be doing okay. He's like getting better. It's all good. But then the fourth day shows up, and he's kind of like, it's not getting worse than the first day, but it was like not as great as the day before. So I was like, okay, yeah, I need to make an appointment for him. Luckily, they had a same day appointment. That is so rare for this vet. So I take him in, and they're like, you took him in just in time. Like, he was, you know, getting a bit dehydrated, his gums were sticky, but you know, like, he's good, it wasn't critical or anything. So they gave him a few injections. They did some testing on him to make sure like he didn't have any issues. Turns out he's good. He just had some kind of stomach bug. When I brought him home, like, they injected him for like the dehydration, and then they gave him some antibiotics. And he was good. Like, I took him for a short walk after that to see how he would do. And like, he was back to normal, no longer any diarrhea. Sorry, that's so TMI, but like, he was doing great. I was so happy. That bill was pretty intense as well. Very intense, because he had to come home with like 3 different medications. So one was a supplement again, or some kind of thing he had to put in his food. And then 2 of them were like, I don't even know what they're called. They have like these really long medicine names. One of them he had to take every 24 hours. The other one was every 12 hours. But he finished those. He's good. The supplements, he's good as well. Yeah, he's good, right? Okay. So anyways, the day that I took him to the vet for that, and the day he was healed. So he was healthy for 8 hours. I counted the hours. It was about 8 hours. So that night, I was playing fetch with him. He was doing great. Life was good. I was so happy because even though he wasn't sad when he was sick, like I was sad because I knew he was sick. So I was just so happy that he was good. And I threw the ball. He went to go catch it. It was dark outside because it was like 10 p.m. So I didn't see him and I didn't hear anything. But when he came back to me with the ball, he was limping. And I was like, hey, this is kind of weird. Like, he doesn't limp. That's not a thing he does. And when I tried to, like, go near him and try to touch him, he would cry. And I was like, oh, God, he did something. His paw or his leg wasn't broken for sure. He was still able to apply some pressure to it, but not a lot. He wanted to limp more. He tried not to put any pressure at all. I took him inside and he immediately just found a corner and lay down and was just there. Like, if you try to get near him, he would freak out. And I was so sad. Oh my God. I grabbed some blankets and some of my t-shirts and I wrapped it around him like very gently, because it was really cold. So I mostly wrapped it like around his body so that I wouldn't like touch him, and then I put one like very gently over him, and he just passed out for the rest of the night. And I went to my office and I cried a lot because I was like, it was so like the whole week was so stressful because he was sick, and then I was so overjoyed for those 8 hours of him being healthy. I was like, thank God he's good. And then to suddenly see him like actually sad. Like, because my dog is never sick. He's never sad, ever. Like, even when he was sick that week, he wasn't sad. So to see him so sad and so hurt, and I don't know, I just cried a lot because I was, like, so stressed out. But anyways, I was gonna make a vet appointment for that too, but I ended up not because none of the vets were open. It was, like, a Saturday. And so... we just waited it out and he was good. Like the second day, like the morning after that, he was trying to walk again. And I was like, yo, dude, chill out. Like he was still limping, but he wanted to not lay around all day. So I was like trying so hard to get him to just relax. He's such an active dog. Like he can't relax. But yeah, it's been weeks since then and he's good. Like even the second day after that, like it was as if nothing happened. So yeah, I still try not to push him too much, even though it's been a few weeks. We still try to make sure he's a bit active because it has to, I think I read that he had to be at least a little bit active so that it would heal correctly. I think he just, pulled a muscle? Maybe it's what he did. He didn't like strain anything. He didn't tear anything. He's good. He was just a bit, yeah, I think he just pulled a muscle, honestly. It was like his shoulder. But yeah, he's so good. He doesn't limp anymore. He doesn't like I can move his paw around. He's all good, or his shoulder. So yeah, he's good. But the last thing is that this, like 2 days ago, I noticed that he's been getting a lot of eye boogies, and I looked it up because, you know, the internet, and it could be due to allergies. So I was like, oh, maybe it's just allergies. Maybe he's fine. Because he wasn't like pawing at his face any more than usual. Like he doesn't do that very often. But just this night, I noticed that the eye that was developing the most eye boogies was like reflecting this light that his other eye wasn't. And I was like, I kept trying to switch positions to see if like maybe it was me, like I wasn't in the right position, but this one eye was just like looking so weird. It was like reflecting light differently, and it's like kind of, it's not cloudy, but there's something, like it just doesn't look right. So after taking a closer look, it either looks like he has a scratch on his eye, like a pretty big scratch, or it's a thin layer of mucus that like makes it look like it's a scratch. I'm not really sure. So I'm waiting until the morning to see if it's still there, to figure out what that is. And that eye also, like the corner of that eye is a bit more pinker than the other eye. So I might have to make an appointment for him for that as well. I read that it's, like dogs get scratches on their eyes, like, not all the time, but like it can be caused by like something as small as like grass or leaves or something, So I don't think it was like a major injury. Like he hasn't been. You good? I love you. He hasn't been like there's no accidents anytime recently. He hasn't really gotten into any like altercations with the cat. I don't think it was the cat, but he's just a super active dog, super hyper. He's always just getting into situations. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just some kind of weird thing happened. Hi, buddy. Hi. You wanna cuddle? You wanna cuddle? Yeah? Okay, we'll cuddle. I love you. But yeah, so if it is a scratch, most of the time it's not a big deal. He's just gonna be, he's gonna need some eye drops, and that's probably it. Can you hear that? He's licking me. But that's still another vet bill. So 3 future vet bills I have to pay, and I'm still paying off 3 previous vet bills. I'm the only one who pays for these bills, and since my job closed due to what's going on in the world, it's been a bit tough. So that is why I'm opening commissions and adoptables and taking donations. So again, if you want to support me in any way, that would be great. You don't have to. I completely understand that the world is in such a weird place. Like not everybody can afford to. So I understand. Like please do not feel pressured to, if you can and if you want to, like genuinely want to, go ahead and, commission me or something. And if you can't, share the information if you want. Bubby, that's my microphone. You can't lick my microphone, Bubba. That's gross. But yeah, even though he has some weird eye boogie situation and a possible scratch, he's acting normal. He doesn't act like he's uncomfortable or in pain. Yeah, he's good. He's good. Still so playful and stuff. So I'm not too worried about him right now, but we'll see. So anyways, that is the end of the video. God, that was way too long. Thank you so much for listening to me vent if you're still here. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please be good owlets, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!